Mm-mm. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Okay, so today I'm going to be walking you guys through how to lose fat and build muscle. I'm going to be giving you guys some tactical tips to actually help you stick to your diet so you can start seeing results, dropping the body fat, and getting the body that you want. So, we're going to do three things on today's live. I'm going to be live for about 45 minutes. Number one, we're going to go over the lesson. So, I'm going to tell you what to do to lose body fat. Number two, I'm going to do some Q&A. And then number three, I'm going to take some callers. Okay. So, let's get into the lesson. Number one, I'm going to start this off with my story. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me. Now, when I was growing up, I was not into fitness. We did not know how to eat healthy. Um, it was a lot of carbs. A typical dinner for me when I was younger would be like a whole plate of rice. I remember as a snack after school, I would go and get 2 packs of M&Ms and get 2 Coca-Colas. I did not know what calories were. I didn't know that by me eating 2 packs of M&Ms and me drinking 2 Coca-Colas a day that I was eating like, what is that? That's close to 1,000 calories just as a snack. I remember there would be nights where we'd eat fried chicken with bread, a whole bunch of fried chicken and a whole lot of bread. And I also remember being like, why am I fat? Why am I overweight right now? I didn't realize what calories were. So I was lost. There would be times I would go to Walmart and I would literally go and get a whole pack of Oreos and eat the whole pack of Oreos. I thought just because I could eat it, I had to eat it. I thought just because I could, I should, and that would be fine. That's not how that works. And the funny thing is, I was always into playing sports. I played every sport under the sun. I mean, I did fencing, I did hockey, I was in martial arts, I played baseball, I ran track, I played football, I did every sport under the sun, like all of them. And yet, still, I was still overweight because I didn't realize that, yes, I could be as active as possible, but if my eating habits are bad, if I'm eating a lot of processed food, if I'm eating a lot of fried food, a lot of snacks, then I would not lose weight. And eating for me was like something that I did for enjoyment. I would go to the corner store and I would get like these little fudge rounds or these Swiss rolls. I would get things like that. And these things are packed with calories. So, yes, you're being active, but you can't be more active than a bad diet. Like it's impossible. Let me tell you what I mean by that. 1 pack of M&Ms is 250 calories. Do you know you have to run for like 25 minutes to burn 250 calories? You have to run 2.5 miles basically to burn off 250 calories. It's so much easier to just not eat the regular size pack of M&Ms than to run 2.5 miles. And I don't know about you, but I would eat 2 packs of M&Ms in a sitting. So to burn off those extra calories, you'd have to run like 5 miles. That's crazy. So you might think you're a little active, you move around a little bit here and there, but if your diet is not on point, there's no way your activity level is going to balance out a terrible diet. The only way your activity level will balance out a bad diet is if you have the most active of active professions. I mean, you're like a professional swimmer and you swim for like 9 hours a day. Other than that, you're setting yourself up for failure. And I know guys that are very active. They work sanitation, they are plumbers, and they're super active, but their diet is bad and they still get fat. Because no matter how active you think you are, if your diet is bad, you can't outwork that. And that was my issue. Okay. So let's fast forward a little bit. I was very active, but I had a bad diet. So I was chubby. Then I got fat. Why did I get fat? Because I stopped being active. I actually fractured a vertebrae in my spine. And then for 2 years, I was like just not active at all because I had to let my body heal up. And I was skeptical to start like exercising and playing sports again. So my weight shot all the way up to 260 pounds because I wasn't active at all and I was still eating bad. Actually, I started eating even worse because I wasn't active. So now I weigh 260 pounds and I want to lose weight. And what I had to realize that weight loss was just basically me moving my body more and just eating way, way less. So I put myself on a strict diet and I made it so that I was very active. I started doing cardio twice a day in the morning and in the evening. When I first started doing cardio, it would just be a 5-minute jog in the morning and a 5-minute jog at night. And I knew I was going to build my way up. So it eventually slowly built up to where I was jogging for 50 minutes in the morning and then 50 minutes at night. And I did that consistently. And my diet was very strict. I was just eating chicken breast and lettuce twice a day. And for most days, that was it. Some days, if I was really hungry, I would just snack on a few grapes, drink some water, and then go to bed. Also, diet soda really helped me out because when you're really hungry and you want something to, kind of fill your stomach up and give you somewhat of a sweet taste, but also has 4 calories, diet soda helped me out with that. So I was following that diet. I was doing all of that cardio and I stayed consistent because I really, really wanted to change. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sick and tired of being overweight. I was sick and tired of being the fat friend. I was sick and tired of sweating a lot. My back would be sweaty all the time. Like I was too young for that. So I was determined. I got on this diet. I did this cardio and I did it consistently. And one of the best things that I did at the time was I started weighing myself every day or so. So every day or every 2 days, I was weighing myself. And because I was so strict with my plan and I was weighing myself, I started to see results on the scale. And when I lost my first 5 pounds, that motivated me. I was excited. I was like, wow, I lost 5 pounds in 7 days by being strict. What happens if I do it for another week? Then I lost another 5 pounds. Then I said, what if I do it for another week? And I lost another 5 pounds. And before you know it, I was down 25 pounds. Now you could not stop me. So I was motivated. So I kept on going. I kept on going. And as time went on, I started to jog for a little bit longer. I realized, well, if I just push a little bit harder, if I stay consistent with this diet, I eventually will get all the weight off. So that's what I did. And then 6 months later, I was 100 pounds lighter. I had a six pack and life was good. Right. Then, of course, I had to, keep on learning and just increasing my knowledge. Like I learned about how much protein I need. I learned how to start actually building more muscle. But me starting off with that diet, the cardio, and the workouts I was doing and being consistent with it, that was the thing that led to me being able to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. Now, one of the biggest things that I struggled with was after my dinner, just going to bed hungry because I had a terrible habit of snacking late at night. Like that would be something that was comforting for me. After a busy day, I would like to lay in bed, eat a big dinner, eat some snacks, watch some movies, and kind of like drift off to sleep. I had to break that habit. I had to eat a small dinner. There was some chicken breast and lettuce, and then just make myself go to bed. Like I had to condition my body and my mind to go to bed hungry. And because I was able to do that, I was eating less calories and my body was burning body fat. It was melting the fat off while I was sleeping. So that's something that if you struggle right now with the late night snacking, the late night eating, that is probably one of the biggest things that stops people from being able to lose weight. So what are some things you can do to help you start going to bed hungry so you can start losing this weight? So after dinner, you eat a small, healthy dinner, you go to bed. Number one, understand that it's going to be difficult. If you're used to eating before bed, and if you're used to late night snacking, it will be difficult. It will be different for you when you start going to bed hungry. But number one, you just got to know that it's going to be hard and you do it anyway. That's number one. And understand that today, like you have to compare it. You have to say, all right, this is me going to bed hungry and getting a six pack. This is me continuing my bad habits and never changing. Which one is more important to me? For me, it was I'm going to go to bed hungry because I want to get to my goal. So that's number one. Understand why you're doing this. Understand, yes, it's going to be hard, but it is definitely worth the sacrifice. That's number one. Number two, we need to make it very easy for us to not do any late night snacking. So what are some things we can do to make it easy for us to stop late night snacking? Number one, do not have snacks around you. If you do not buy snacks, it's very easy for you to not do any late night snacking. And if you must do some late night snacking, buy some blueberries or buy some strawberries or get some water, get things that are not going to sabotage you. But you should not have ice cream around you. You should not have crackers around you or chips. Don't have the things that's going to add on a whole bunch of calories, because that's going to stop you from losing weight. That's number one. Do not have the snacks around you. Number two is, yes, get some healthy alternatives. The best thing that I do when I want to completely eliminate the late night snacking, and this was a cheat code for me when I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Let me say it again. When I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, one of the biggest things that helped me do that, because this helped me stop the late night snacking, was buying diet soda. And late at night, if I wanted a snack, I would just pour a glass of some diet soda, drink that, and that helped me satisfy that sweet tooth without me consuming any calories. And then I was just able to go to sleep. So try out things like that. Try out those little hacks. So that's really the gist of it. It was me being able to stick to my meal plan, breaking the bad habits. I did my cardio. I lifted weights. I stayed consistent with that. And then I was able to get the weight off. So you have to ask yourself, number one, when you're trying to lose weight, number one, do you have a meal plan? That's number one. And if you don't know how important a meal plan is, I can say this: when it comes to you losing weight, that's the most important thing that you need. You need to have a meal plan. What is a meal plan? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a plan of your meals. It's your meals being pre-planned out, meaning this is my first meal, and this is what time I'm going to eat my first meal. You have to get really specific. If you think you can just wing it and lose body fat, some people might. Most people can't. This is why most people struggle. You are going to lose body fat so much easier if you don't try to wing it and you actually plan everything out. Because my thoughts is this: if you can't even write it down, how can you actually do it? So let's make an example meal plan right now. I'll make one for myself right now. If I want to lose body fat, I'm going to write out my meal plan. Every day at 11:30 is when I'm going to have my first meal of the day. My first meal of the day is going to be 2 regular eggs with 7 ounces of chicken breast. That is meal number 1 at 11:30 a.m. Meal number 2 at 4 p.m. I'm going to eat 8 ounces of steak with 3 to 4 cups of asparagus. That's meal number 2 every day. Meal number 3, my dinner. Every day at 10 p.m., I'm going to eat 4 ounces of chicken breast and 4 ounces of steak with 3 to 4 cups of asparagus again. And then after that, I'm going to bed. That is how you make a meal plan. You literally write out exactly what it is that you're going to be eating every day, and then you stick to that plan every day. So that's number 1. Have a meal plan. If you don't have a meal plan, you can look through some of my videos. I give example meal plans all the time. If you need a custom one, you can comment the word coach. But that's most important. You get a meal plan. Number 2, you have to stick to your meal plan. So don't just have a meal plan, actually commit and say, I'm going to follow my meal plan 100%. And then number 3, prepare yourself to actually be able to follow your meal plan. This means meal prep. Meal prep, right? So cook your food in advance, have it in your fridge. That's one of the biggest things that helped me lose 100 pounds in 6 months is I meal prepped. When it was time for me to eat, I didn't have to go make a meal from scratch. I already had it made, right? And there are so many different ways to meal prep. One way, the easiest way, is you actually just make the meal. So you buy the Tupperware containers, you put the chicken breast and the vegetables in there, then you put it in your fridge. When it's time to eat, you just warm it up in the microwave. And another way would be you cook all of your chicken breasts in bulk, you cook your veggies in bulk, and then you just freeze it. And then when it's time for you to eat, you take out your bags of chicken breast and you take out your bags of veggies and you just put some of the chicken breast on a plate, some veggies on a plate, you warm it up in the microwave. Another way to meal prep, and this is actually the easiest way to meal prep when you're trying to lose weight. This was a lifesaver for me when I was losing a lot of body fat. Okay. And let me just reiterate, everybody listen closely. Okay. When I was losing 100 pounds in 6 months, this was the easiest way for me to meal prep. I would go to the supermarket. I would get bags of frozen, pre-cooked chicken breast strips and get bags of pre-cooked frozen veggies. Just put it in my freezer. I didn't have to cook it. When it was time for me to eat, I would put 8 ounces of chicken breast on a plate. I would put a bunch of vegetables on a plate, warm it up in the microwave, and I would just eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was the easiest, simplest, fastest meal prep for me. And if you're trying to lose body fat and you just want something simple, that will get it done. That is an excellent meal plan to start with. Right. Now, let's move on from the meal prep. I will say this. When you start following a meal plan and you're doing it consistently, it will get boring. Now, what do we do when our meal plan gets boring? Like, how do we stay consistent with it when we get sick and tired of eating chicken breasts and broccoli? What do we do? I'll tell you what I do. I look up other lean protein sources. So instead of just eating chicken breast, I would eat ground turkey instead, or it would be ground beef, or it would be steak, or it would be salmon, or it would be egg whites. But I would just look up different protein sources and I would experiment with eating different protein sources with my vegetables. I would look up different seasonings. I would use different low calorie sauces to try to make it taste different. So instead of just eating plain chicken breast, I might eat General Tso's chicken breast, or I might eat sweet and spicy chicken breast. Now, you got to be careful. You can't add too much seasoning. I mean, too much sauce. You can add as much seasoning as you want. You can't add too much sauce, but if you get a good low calorie one and you use that, you'll be fine. Or if you're using a regular sauce, use it in moderation, you'll be fine with that. So you just want to find ways to make your food a little bit more exciting. Now, next, when it comes to the carbs, like the rice, potatoes, pasta, my biggest rule with that is I'm just not going to overdo it. You can eat rice with every meal and still lose body fat quickly. You definitely can, but you got to use portion control. So what does portion control look like? This looks like eating a half a cup of cooked rice or just 1 cup of cooked rice. A lot of times, if you go to a restaurant and they bring out chicken, rice, and vegetables for you, the reason why that meal is not good for fat loss, 2 reasons why. Number one, they give you like 10 cups of rice. It's crazy. It's like a pound of rice. Like, we don't need to eat that much. We have to use portion control. So it's too many carbs. Number two, the vegetables that they give you are usually greasy. So it's bad. So if you're making the food yourself and you're going to have the protein, right, like chicken or steak, and you have some vegetables, make sure they're not greasy. And if you're going to add some carbs to your meal, it can be half a cup of rice. Or if you want to do bread and you do like 1 slice of bread or 2 slices of bread, that's cool. We just got to use portion control. We can't overindulge in it. All right. So those are some tips on how I like to make my meal plan a little bit more fun, give myself a little bit more variety. Now, let's talk about eating out, because while you are losing body fat, you're going to want to eat out. Like, there might be times when you can't get home to get to your meal prep. There will be times when you're on vacation or you're traveling, you're on the road. Like, what do we do? Like, we only have fast food restaurants, there are diners around. What do we do when we can't get to our meal plan? All right. Now, let me tell you this. What I did while I was losing weight, and for all the people who just came in, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. And if I was eating fast food, this would be the rule that I would follow. I would always go to a place where I could get a grilled chicken with a salad. So it would be a grilled chicken salad, and I would try to see if they had fat-free dressing. So Chick-fil-A has fat-free dressing. And if they didn't have fat-free or low-calorie dressing, then I would just use a tiny bit of the dressing, but it would be a salad with grilled chicken. That'd be my first order. If there's a place like Chipotle or Moe's, then I would go there and I would get double or triple chicken or double or triple steak. I would just get that loaded up with vegetables. That's the formula that I would follow if I had to go to a fast food restaurant. If I had to go to a diner, then I would get the grilled chicken or the steak or the fish with some steamed vegetables. And that's how you're able to lose body fat, even if you have to go out and eat at a fast food restaurant or at a diner when you're on the go. Now, if all else fails and you can't get to a fast food restaurant or a diner, I would just buy a protein shake and a banana, or a protein shake and a protein bar from a 7-Eleven or a convenience store, and get that with like a bottle of water. So those are some tips on how you can lose body fat when you have to eat out on the go. All right, so now we're going to get into some Q&A. For all the people who need a custom meal plan, who need help losing body fat in any regard, like you just need some custom help, just comment the word coach in the comment section. All right, I'll say it again. For all the people who need customized help with losing body fat, building muscle, just comment the word coach in the comment section. All right, so now we're going to get into some Q&A. So first off, tell me what your goal is, and then tell me what question you have. Tell me what your goal is, and then tell me what question you have. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? All right, we got More the Machine. What's up? We have Lillian. Good morning, Lillian. Good morning, Natasha. Phoenix, good morning. First time viewer. Welcome, Phoenix. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Gracefully Blessed. Laverne, Alicia, George. Good morning. Good morning, Mike. All right, so everybody tell me what's your goal and let me know what your question is. Okay, so somebody said, what about if you work overnight? So if you work overnight and you're trying to lose body fat and build muscle, this is how I would structure my meals. Meal number 1, I would do a protein shake. Meal number 2, it would be 8 ounces of chicken breast and vegetables. Meal number 3 would be 8 ounces of chicken breast and vegetables and half a cup of rice. And if I needed a snack, it would be some blueberries or some strawberries. Now, since you work overnight, the only thing you have to do is eat those meals, but pick the times that you're going to eat those meals. Pick times that actually work for you. That's it. So you just eat those foods, and you just eat those foods at times that work for you. So you might need to meal prep your food in advance and take it to work with you. That's what you should do. Meal prep your food. You're going to have to. Another option is while you're at work, you can drink a protein shake, or you can have, I would honestly, the simple answer is follow a meal plan, meal prep your food in advance, and just take it to work with you. If there's ever a day where you can't take a meal with you, then you can take a protein shake, or you can order a protein shake from Instacart or Uber Eats, or you can Instacart or Uber Eats, say like a salad, like a grilled chicken salad. Order from a diner, get some grilled chicken, some vegetables, and just eat that. What's a good brand for the frozen chicken? I like Tyson or Purdue. Any brand is good as long as it is going to be the grilled chicken breast strips. That's fine. All right, so guys, let me know what your goal is and what your question is, because I see a comment here. It says I'm 290, 6'3". My goal is 220. I don't know what your question is though. So I know you want to lose 70 pounds, but I don't know what the question is. And try to put it in one message, because a lot of the comments go and I won't see them all. All right, I'm 230. I need to lose 60 pounds. Okay, you lose 60 pounds. You're still not asking the question. Goal to lose 40 pounds. What good source to increase energy for afternoon workouts? Okay, so you want to lose 40 pounds and you want something that's going to help you have energy for afternoon workouts. All right, so first thing is just do the workout regardless of like how your energy levels are, because as you get used to doing workouts in the afternoon, it gets easier for you to do it. Number 2, they have pre-workouts that you can buy. So you can take a pre-workout. Just Google pre-workout. You drink a little bit of pre-workout, and that'll give you some energy. It's sort of like drinking a very strong coffee. How much water should you drink daily? I aim to drink half a gallon of water a day. So most people, I would recommend drinking a half a gallon. Is it possible to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year? So we have about 2 months and 10 days left, it is very possible for you to lose 20 pounds over the next 2 months. That's definitely possible. So let me give you an example plan to lose 20 pounds over the next 2 months. Okay, so, and just so you know, losing 20 pounds over the next 2 months, that's going to be about you losing 10 pounds a month. So what do you need to do? What's an example plan that you can follow to get that done? Number one, do 60 minutes of cardio every day. Number two, for your breakfast, have 2 cups of egg whites and a side of veggies. For your lunch and dinner, eat 8 ounces of chicken breast and a side of veggies. And if you need a late night snack, try not to do the late night snack. And then finally, lift weights 3 days a week. If you do that, it's a guaranteed that you're going to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. It's very strict, but you will definitely lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. You'll actually, in reality, most likely lose more than that. Calorie deficit is more important. I went to the Army and lost 30 pounds in 3 months. That's not a question, but okay. Okay, just to be clear, everybody has to be in a calorie deficit if they want to lose weight. Everything that I'm saying to you now is just giving you a tactical piece of advice to help you be in a calorie deficit. But you must be in a calorie deficit. I have arthritis in my knees. I'm trying to build my legs. Can you please give me pointers? Okay, so you have arthritis in your knees. Pick the leg exercises that you can do that do not bother your knees. So you have to ask yourself, or you have to test it out. If squatting hurts, then don't squat. Maybe you might be able to squat with a wider stance. But basically, long story short, pick the leg exercises that are not going to bother your knees. My goal is to lose fat, build muscle. What percentage of protein, carbs, and fats should I eat? So when it comes to the protein, and make sure you write this down or remember this. When it comes to how much protein you want to eat, you want to make sure you're eating 1 gram of protein for every pound of your ideal body weight. So if you want to weigh 150 pounds, eat 150 grams of protein. The next thing is how many grams of fat should you eat? You want to eat 40 to 50 or 40 to 60 grams of fat a day. So you want to hit your protein target first, then you want to hit your fat target, and then you're going to see how many calories you have left over. And then with however many calories you have left over, you can, if you want to, you can either eat more protein or you can fill the rest up with carbs or fats or whatever you want to do. So the only 2 things that need to be hit is your protein goal and your fat goal. Like you need to be hitting 40 to 50 grams of fat a day. You need your protein to be at whatever your goal body weight is in grams of protein. And then with the carbs, you can be way more flexible with that, but you must make sure you don't go over your calorie goal for the day. All right. Is it possible to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year? Answer that one. I have answered that one already. I think it's 1 kg for 1 gram. No. It's 1 gram of protein for every pound you weigh. It's 2 grams of protein for every kilogram you want to weigh. Really, it should be 2.2 grams of protein for every kg. You're welcome, TT. I'm 5'11", about 295 pounds. What calorie deficit should I be in? All right. So if you are 295 pounds, you will lose weight. If you're doing 2,000 calories a day, you should be losing a little bit over 2 pounds a week if you're eating 2,000 calories a day. Especially if you are active. How active are you? Like if you're active, you eat 2,000 calories a day, you'll be losing at least 2 pounds a week. Now, that's an estimate. I don't know your maintenance calories, but basically you need to figure out your maintenance calories first and then make sure you're eating 1,000 calories less than that. Next, how many carbs a day should we typically have to lose weight? It doesn't matter how many carbs you have. You can go 0 carbs or you can go, it doesn't matter how many carbs you have. I like to go low with the carbs. So I'll eat carbs with 1 meal a day sometimes. There are plenty of days right now that I don't eat any carbs. So it doesn't really matter as long as you're in a calorie deficit. What's a good protein brand? I don't like eating breakfast. Is it okay to drink a protein shake instead? Yes, that's okay. A good protein brand is Proto Light. All right. You know what's funny? I was thinking yesterday that I'm going to start just giving you guys brands that you can order so you don't have to do too much thinking, just to make it simpler for you. So the brand that I use, the brand of protein powder that I use, it's called Protolite. 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 It tastes amazing. Like, I love the way it tastes. You put 2 scoops of protein powder in a blender, add some sugar-free almond milk, and that's how you make the shake. Don't add anything else. Keep it very simple. Keep it very plain. 12 ounces of lean meat and 6 ounces of vegetables each meal. I'm 6'4", 54 years old, 275. Can I do a protein? Are you asking for a protein bar? Now, also, are you doing 12 ounces of cooked lean meat, or is it 12 ounces of raw lean meat? But if you're eating 12 ounces of lean meat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some veggies, and you do a protein bar on top of that, since you weigh 275, you should be fine. I wonder how much protein you're getting in. That seems like a ton of protein, but you should be fine. You should definitely be losing weight, building muscle. Good morning, Terrell. They need to sponsor you. That's funny. Hey, brother, could you go over what you eat throughout the day for maintenance, please? Okay. Can I go over what I would eat in a day when I'm at my maintenance calories? So my maintenance calories is around 2,700 calories a day. Now, I'm not at maintenance right now. Right now, I'm in a deficit. But let me give you an example of what a maintenance day would look like for me. So my breakfast would be 2 eggs and 8 ounces of chicken breast. My lunch would be 8 ounces of chicken breast or steak with half an avocado. My dinner would be 8 ounces of chicken breast, half an avocado, let's say with a sweet potato. And I would give myself more flexibility with the late night snacking. So I would have a protein shake and I'd have a protein bar as a late night snack. So that would be like a typical what I would eat in a day at maintenance. I would give myself more calories to eat later on in the day. I'm 71 kilograms, 165 centimeters. I'm a female. I walk 10K steps a day and I strength train 3 to 4 days a week. Why can't I lose body fat? Because you're not eating right. Yes, the walking is amazing. The strength training is amazing as well, but you did not talk about your diet. And that is the reason why you're not losing body fat. Okay, so look, I was 260 pounds and I was stuck there. I wasn't losing any weight and I was sticking to my workout routine. I was playing sports. I was going to the gym every day. I was trying to run every day and I wasn't losing any weight. The only thing that made me start losing weight, so I was able to lose 100 pounds in 6 months, the biggest change I made was actually following a meal plan. Let me give you an example of what a meal plan looks like. I was eating 2 meals a day. It was 8 ounces of chicken breast and lettuce, no dressing. I ate that twice a day. Every now and then I would eat 1 cup of grapes, and that was not an everyday thing. When I started following that meal plan, I wasn't even working out as much and I was losing weight super fast. So you need to follow a meal plan. That's number one. Do you go by net carbs? No, I don't. I actually don't even track my calories at the moment, right? So what I do is I track my calories initially when I make a meal plan for myself. And actually, I have a coach. So he makes the meal plan for me. And I just follow the meal plan. So, but if I was working for like if I was making my own plan, I would just calculate my calories, make a meal plan once, and just stick to that meal plan. The only time I would track my calories is if I was going to do something different. How do you cook your chicken or steak to cut weight? How do you cook your chicken or steak to cut weight? This is how you cook your chicken or your steak when you're trying to cut weight. You can grill it, you can cook it in the air fryer, you can bake it, you can cook it on the stove. You want to make sure that you're not adding a lot of oil or butter to it. You want to make sure you never fry it. And if you stick to that simple rule, that's how you make your chicken or your steak or whatever protein source you're cooking. I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. So is eating once a day helpful? Yes, if you eat once a day and that meal is healthy, you'll definitely lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. So, for an example, you eat 9 ounces of chicken breast and vegetables, and that's just 1 meal a day that you're eating, you will definitely lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. Personally, I don't recommend doing that because your protein is going to be very low. So, you have a few options. Instead of eating just 1 meal a day, you could eat 2 meals a day, like I just said, Or you can do the 1 meal a day and just have 2 protein shakes on top of that, and that'll at least help you get your protein in. Now, that's a very short-term solution. This is not something that you can do forever, because then you're going to end up binging and rebounding up and gaining the weight back. But that's something you can do short-term to lose a lot of weight quickly. All right, your meal plan wouldn't work for her. Work for who? How do you cook your chicken or steak to cut weight? Answer that one. I want to lose 20 pounds. Answer that one. Eat healthy and use dumbbells for, okay. If I eat 1,400 calories a day, is it possible to keep muscle and lose fat? Yes, it is. Just make sure your protein is up and make sure you're lifting weight. We're lifting weights, not lifting weight. How can I lose the weight but not have loose skin on my body? I don't know. If you lose 100 pounds or 150 pounds, it depends on your genetics. Some people have loose skin, some people don't. Like, I didn't have any loose skin. I know people that have lost 140 pounds don't have any loose skin. Like, a lot of it is genetics and age. I was younger when I lost a lot of weight. So, my skin, it just had more elasticity. Even that, like, my skin quality, is good. I don't struggle with loose skin. So it depends on genetics, age, how much weight you have to lose. All right. So I can't give you an answer on that. What if I eat a sweet potato every day for my carbs? That's fine as long as you use moderation. I would do like half a sweet potato. All right, let's see. Hello, Rosa. Oh, is cardio better or weightlifting for weight loss? Okay, so cardio. So let me frame it up like this. If I just stick to a diet and I do a whole bunch of cardio, I will lose weight very fast. But I'll be weak and I'll lose a lot of muscle and I won't look good. Well, I won't look as good, as opposed to if I eat good and I only lift weights and I don't do cardio, then I'll lose weight a little bit slower, but I'll be building muscle while I'm losing this weight. So at the end, you'll look better if you lift weights and stick to a meal plan. Now, the best scenario is you just do both. You eat good, you do cardio, and you lift weights. So you should stick to a meal plan. You should go to the gym and lift weights at least 3 days a week. You can work out for like 40 minutes and just do 30 minutes of cardio a day. Our diet soda is okay once in a while. Yes, diet sodas are fine. I drink diet soda like all the time. What's the name of your protein shake again? The name of my protein shake is called Proto Light. Protollyte. Also take collagen. Yeah, take collagen as well. I don't know if you're saying that in regards to the loose skin thing, but I'll be honest with you. It may help a little, but it's not like a magic pill. Like, if you have to lose 200 pounds, like, you're gonna have loose skin. Like, no matter how much collagen you take. How do you feel about cutting sugars completely? From a health standpoint, cutting out sugars completely can be fine, but will you actually be able to stick to it? So I recommend cut out sugars as much as you can. Do you have any tips against sugar cravings? I like to do fruit whenever I'm craving something sweet, but my best tip would probably be to drink a glass of diet soda if you're having like really intense sugar cravings, because you drink the diet soda, that will help satisfy that sugar craving. Then you can go to bed. Is cooked chicken on the grill healthy? Yes, it is. My problem is I've lost 106 pounds and don't have much of an appetite anymore since I get full quick. That's fine. That's amazing. If you can't eat a real meal because you get full, just drink a protein shake instead. At least then you're going to be able to get your protein in. Chicken is this man's favorite word. That's funny. When do you have cheat days? Um, I would have a cheat meal once a week. Well, right now I got a coach, so there's no cheat meals. We're doing a hard push so that we could be where we want to be over the next 8 weeks. So no cheat meals, no cheat days anymore. That time is that's done with. But on the regular, if I wasn't trying to lose body fat, then I'd have a cheat meal or cheat day like once a week. Can we add protein in coffee? Yeah, you can. What's a good meal plan to stick to on the day to day when cutting weight? You want to eat 1,200 to 1,500 calories. All right. So a good meal plan to stick to on the day to day. I'll tell you what I do right now. I eat 2 eggs and 7 ounces of chicken breast. For my lunch, I eat 8 ounces of chicken breast with a side of veggies. And for my dinner, I eat 8 ounces of chicken breast with some veggies again. I will do a cup of rice with my dinner sometimes. Like if I'm hungry, I'll eat a cup of rice with my dinner. And then as a late night snack, I'll drink a Premier Protein shake. So that's my current meal plan. You can follow something like that as well too. It'll help you melt weight off. How can I lose 20 pounds before or by December? So you can lose 20 pounds over the next 2 months by doing 60 minutes of cardio a day. For your breakfast, have a protein shake. For your lunch and dinner, pick a lean protein source, eat it with veggies. Try to skip the carbs if you can for now. It's going to be very strict, but it'll help you lose the weight. As a snack on some berries or some strawberries and continue to lift weights 3 days a week so that you keep some muscle as you're losing this weight. So that's something you can do for the next 8 weeks. Drop 20 pounds, and then you can follow something more sustainable after that. But if you want quick fat loss, do what I just said. Do you do a workout also? Yes, of course. I work out probably 5-6 days a week, like I'm lifting. 4 days are like intense lifts. The other 2 days are a little bit on the lax side, like calisthenics, easy stuff. If you want to build muscle, you got to lift weights. You definitely got to lift weights if you're trying to build muscle. How much fruit can I add to your plan? I recommend having 1 serving of fruit a day because if you're trying to lose weight quickly, which most people are, eating too much fruit will mess you up. So let me give you an example. The other day, I went to Trader Joe's, right? And I saw that 2 pounds of grapes is 600 calories. And it's very easy to eat 2 pounds of grapes. That's just like one little container. So you got to use portion control. I wouldn't even eat a pound of grapes. I would eat like 1 cup of grapes, just a handful. It's a snack. So you have one snack a day only when you need it, and you'll be fine. So somebody said, I've come down from 265 down to 213. I really want to achieve a six pack, but I don't know how much more I need to lose. So I'll tell you now, like just keep on losing until you get a six pack. Look, when I was 260 pounds, I thought if I just lost 20 pounds, I would have had a six pack. I had to lose 100 pounds to get a six pack. So just keep on losing. Carlene, hello, Carlene. How are you? Can I get some help for my wedding, please? Thank you. Yes, you can. What do you need help with, Carlene? And Bravo says, I'm in a plateau. I'm sedentary due to a spinal injury. I need to lose the weight. George V, same here. I pray you can walk soon. Well, yeah, I had a spinal injury myself, and that can be rough. Every now and then, like it acts up. It didn't bother me for like 11 years, and then it started messing with me about a month ago. So, and that's rough. Can't really walk right. So, with a spinal injury, your diet must be on point. Your diet must be on point because you can't move as much. So, when my back was bothering me and I couldn't move around as much as I wanted to, my diet was very strict. I did no carbs at all. For my breakfast, it was just chicken breast. For my lunch, it was chicken breast, vegetables. For my dinner, it was chicken breast and vegetables. And that was it. Like I didn't give myself any wiggle room because I knew my activity level was going to be very low. Okay. Let's see. Can you use a band for weightlifting instead of weights? Yes, Rodney, you can. Do you weigh your protein before or after you cook it? I weigh it after I cook it, Barbara. And the reason why I do that is because if I'm cooking my meat in bulk, then it's easier for me to weigh it out accurately after it's cooked because the protein, it changes weight once you cook it. So if you try to weigh it before you cook it, and it gets very difficult. So it's just easier that way. What's your current lifting schedule? So on Mondays, I do legs. On Tuesdays, I do chest. On Wednesdays, I do back. On Thursdays, I do legs again. On Fridays, I do shoulders. On Saturdays, I just do pull-ups. I do dips, calisthenics, things like that, just like a remix, like full body stuff. And then on Sunday, I am relaxing. I'll do a little bit of walking, but for the most part, I'm relaxing. I just got here, but tell me something about the 20 to 4 fast. So the 20 to 4 fast means that you're only eating for 4 hours out the day, which is fine. You could fit in 2 meals and a protein shake in the 4 hours, and that'll help you melt body fat off because it's overall going to help you eat less food overall. So if I was doing a 20 to 4 fast, I would just do chicken breast veggies twice a day, have a protein shake, keep it like that. Fiber. I need some good quality, some good fiber, high protein lifestyle hit different in the bathroom. I, oh man, fiber. I need some good fiber, high protein hit. The high protein lifestyle hits different in the bathroom. Yeah, this is why I eat 4 cups of vegetables with every meal, just about, unless I'm really full. But I try to eat as many vegetables as I can. How often should I weigh myself? I recommend you weigh yourself every morning. You're not going to lose weight every morning, but it will hold you accountable. Why is it you do one muscle group a day and not a 3-day split? There's really no reason. Really no reason. 20K steps a day. 20K steps a day. That would be amazing if you can get in 20K steps a day. Is beef jerky healthy for you? Uh, yeah, it's a good high protein, low calorie snack. Are HIIT routines the same as weightlifting? No, they're not. I like HIIT for when you're trying to work on being more athletic. I don't like HIIT when you're trying to build muscle. It can build muscle, but weightlifting is going to build more muscle. Somebody said short push-ups or full form. Either one, they both work. What is some good fiber? I eat a lot of vegetables to get my fiber in. That's what I do. All right. When you weigh yourself, should it be with clothes on or off? At the doctor's office, they weigh full dress. Which weight should I go by? So I weigh myself with clothes off so I can get the most accurate reading. So I weigh myself at the same time every day. Yeah, I weigh myself every day at the same time. So as soon as I wake up, I use the bathroom and then I weigh myself. This way, you can get an accurate read on what your weight is. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? Can you use and answer that one? Did you get loose skin when you lost all your weight? No, I didn't. I think that was because I was 260, even though that was heavy for me, and I dropped down to 160. I wasn't like really, really big. I think if I was, let's say, like heavier than that, if I was like, let's say 360 and I would have got down to 160, I think I definitely would have had loose skin. But yeah, so I think it's because of how much I weighed. I also think more so it was my age and then genetics, genetics. Is it possible to lose 60 pounds by March? 60 pounds by March. So that's going to give you about 5 months. Yes, it's possible to lose 60 pounds by March. So if I wanted to lose 60 pounds by March, I would do 2 hours of cardio every day. So I would go to the gym in the morning, walk on the treadmill, do 60 minutes at night, make sure I'm finding time to work out as well too. And I would, for my breakfast, I'd have a protein shake. For my lunch and dinner, it would just be chicken breast and vegetables. It would be very simple. I wouldn't do any snacking. And I'd be very committed to that because I know for a fact I'd be able to lose 60 pounds by March doing that. And that's like in the next 5 months. Definitely genetics. I'm about 20 pounds overweight and there's ab lines on my stomach. Okay, okay. So what do you mean, Aaliyah? You're saying you have abs right now? That's my goal too. Want an accountability buddy? Oh, I love it. I love it. Accountability buddies work. Can you build your glutes in a month or two? You're not going to like you can build your glutes, but it's not going to be like wham. Oh man, hold on, guys. Like I'm So I have to log off. I do have to go. For everybody that wants to work with, hey, hold on one second. Let me get this camera right. Okay, yeah, here we go. This is better than nothing. It don't look it's pretty for you guys, but it's better than nothing. All right, so for all you guys that want a custom plan, you need more help with losing body fat, building muscle, comment the word coach in the comment section, and I will reach out to you in about 30 minutes. I'm going to message you, I'll send you a personal message. All right, and see how I can help you out. All right, say it again. If you want help, like you need a custom meal plan, or you want guidance, you need like real support. You want me to make sure that you get to your goal. Comment the word coach in the comment section, and I'll reach out to you right after this live in about 30 minutes and try my best to help you get to your goal. All right. But look, understand this. Everybody here can reach their goal. Everybody here can lose body fat, build muscle, make it happen. Like you can make it happen. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, and I didn't think that something like that was possible. I didn't think that was possible. I thought I was going to be big forever. It used to be a dream for me to be able to, walk around with my shirt off, to take shirtless photos. That was a dream. I never thought that'd be possible. So understand that it is possible. All we have to do is get a plan, and we follow the plan, and we stay consistent. And I guarantee you will start to see progress immediately. Like you will see progress immediately, guys. I'm telling you, like I lost 5 pounds my first week, and then I lost another 5 pounds my second week, then another 5 pounds my third, and just like that, in a month, I was like a quarter of the way there. So no matter what your goal is, if you really focus on just following a plan and being consistent with it, you will see amazing results. You'll see amazing progress. All right, so I'm going to get out of here now. I appreciate you guys for rocking out with me. But peace out.